From knocking out champions to challenging the government, Conor McGregor's shocking bid for Irish president has everyone talking.
Spotlight.
Day they arrested MMA fighter Conor McGregor. Here's CBS 4's Ty Russell.
He doesn't have anything on him, right?
From smashing a dolly into a bus carrying rivals to striking an elderly man in a bar, along with facing shocking legal troubles and a series of brazen social media outbursts, McGregor has transformed his own name into a battlefield of chaos, leading to a self-made downfall that has left the world in disbelief. So, what went wrong? And how did this UFC phenomenon fall so quickly? To answer that, we need to rewind to the moment McGregor first stepped into the UFC. A struggling plumber from Dublin, seemingly doomed to obscurity, he suddenly exploded onto the global stage. Combining an unusual mix of karate, taekwondo, boxing, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, McGregor created a wild yet deadly fighting style. His left leg struck with the precision of a blade slicing the air, while his left fist hit like a thunderclap to 1.2 million at UFC 194. McGregor didn't just sell tickets. He sold the idea that a kid from nothing could rise to rule the world. The peak of his career arrived in 2015 at UFC 194 when he faced Jose Aldo, the undefeated featherweight champion for almost a decade. This fight wasn't merely a match, it was a declaration. For months, McGregor had provoked Aldo relentlessly, vowing to knock him out in the first round.
Brazilian bitch.
And
Just as he promised, when the opening bell rang, only 13 seconds later, McGregor's left fist knocked Aldo unconscious. Las Vegas trembled, and the world watched as a new king was crowned. McGregor stood triumphantly, championship belt draped over his shoulder like an untouchable warrior. Fans erupted in excitement, headlines flooded global news, and experts showered him with praise. Yet, beneath this storm of adulation, the first cracks in McGregor's empire were quietly forming. Those cracks, once hidden beneath dazzling glory, fully surfaced on August 26, 2017, during the blockbuster boxing match against Floyd Mayweather at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This wasn't just a fight, it was a cultural shockwave, a mega event that drew 4.3 million pay-per-view buys, earning McGregor nearly $100 million in a single night. Overnight, he rose from UFC fighter to global superstar, mentioned alongside icons like Ronaldo and Beyoncé. But the glare of fame came with a harsh reality McGregor could not avoid. His opponent was no ordinary fighter. It was Floyd Mayweather, a boxing legend with an unblemished 49-0 record, a defensive master who had never been knocked out. Yet McGregor entered with his trademark bravado, strutting in expensive suits, flashing a smug grin, and unleashing a torrent of taunts, calling Mayweather a runner and promising to finish him within 3 rounds. He transformed himself into Mystic Mac, an invincible prophet, even in a sport where he was the outsider. And the audience, mesmerized by the spectacle, bought into the fantasy. They placed bets on McGregor, expecting a historic upset, convinced that the Irishman would break the rules of boxing.
You little slap hand. Boom!
Reality hit like a harsh wake-up call. In the first 3 rounds, McGregor came out swinging, landing crisp left-hand shots that ignited the crowd, but it was a fleeting blaze. While he exhausted himself on flashy attacks, Mayweather simply stepped back, analyzed, and waited. By the 10th round, the decisive moment arrived. McGregor, drained and cornered, absorbed a relentless onslaught from a true master, clad in lavish suits, toasting proper 12 whiskey for cameras. His discipline, the backbone of his career, was now in fragments. With this shift, fans began to see the erosion. Those who once hailed him as a king now mocked him. Conor's just a rich guy now, not a fighter, they said, or he only knows how to flash cash. Media declared the Mayweather fight both the peak and the beginning of McGregor's decline, and they were right. Those initial cracks became a warning of the storm that would soon engulf him. The fatal blow came in October 2018 at UFC 229. McGregor returned to the octagon with his signature arrogance, labeling opponent Khabib a coward and promising a swift defeat. For months prior, McGregor had sharpened his provocation, raising trash talk to a new extreme. He attacked not just Khabib, but his family, religion, and homeland. McGregor believed his sharp tongue could break Khabib's mind, as it had Aldo or Alvarez. But Khabib was different, a disciplined warrior with an iron will. When the bell rang, Khabib overpowered McGregor with relentless grappling. In the second round, a sudden punch sent McGregor crashing to the mat, leaving the crowd stunned. By the fourth round, trapped in a chokehold, McGregor tapped out. The man once seen as invincible was exposed, and the world realized the legend had crumbled. Khabib didn't just beat McGregor, he revealed an illusion. Lack of preparation, eroded discipline, and unchecked arrogance were laid bare. The roaring arena fell silent, replaced by cheers for Khabib. Social media erupted with mockery. McGregor's done. News outlets called it the end of an era. The tragedy wasn't just the loss, it was self-inflicted. Complacency and indulgence turned a warrior god into a man easily crushed. If Mayweather and Khabib were cracks in his fortress, McGregor's actions outside the octagon were the flames that burned it down. The tipping point came at UFC 223. In a blind rage over his feud with Khabib, McGregor led an attack on a bus carrying UFC fighters at Barclays Center in New York. He hurled a metal dolly at the bus, shattering glass and injuring two fighters, including Michael Chiesa. The incident shocked the sport, drew police intervention, and broadcast McGregor in handcuffs worldwide. The man once idolized had become a figure of chaos and disgrace. Fans turned away. "This isn't the Conor we knew," lamented one Reddit user. Dana White called it one of UFC's most shameful moments. McGregor claimed it was mind games, but the public saw a reckless ego at work. Some defended him, citing his boldness, but most abandoned him. The hashtag McGregor is done spread rapidly. Yet the dolly incident wasn't the end. In August 2019, at Dublin's Marble Arch pub, McGregor punched a 50-year-old man who refused proper 12 whiskey. The video spread like wildfire, destroying the bad boy image he had carefully built. The public now saw a bully, not a provocateur. McGregor had hit rock bottom. From national hero to embarrassment, his career plummeted. He lived recklessly, ignoring law and discipline, with scandals stacking up. A 2018 Dublin hotel assault case, a 2019 Miami phone smash incident, a 2021 DJ attack in Italy. Even without convictions, each headline tarnished his name. McGregor lashed out on social media, calling reporters rats, deepening public disillusionment. No longer a legendary fighter, he became a symbol of trouble rather than triumph. The fallout extended to business. Proper 12 whiskey, once worth hundreds of millions, sold for $600 million in 2021, and McGregor was sidelined from promotions. Former partners abandoned him. Reebok, Bud Light, and other sponsors pulled support. His commercial empire crumbled like sand washed away by tides. McGregor became a cautionary tale. Talent and drive brought him to the top, but discipline and character kept him there. His unchecked ego, belief in eternal fame and wealth, and indulgence led to a fall more devastating than any opponent could deliver. Glory doesn't hide mistakes, it amplifies them. McGregor's story is a mirror for everyone. Success is fragile, discipline is essential, and the greatest enemy is often